We got next, Pat.
Yep, just past fine. Just Pat has been busy. Not as much as you, but I'm here. I'm from down on the coast, Gulf of whatever you want to call it. And I'm
America.
just I mean, yeah, I think that is the official name now. But eh, happy to be talking to you again.
Mm-hmm. And we got another person here who's been a regular.
Cobalt made it. I even hear him pop in.
Yeah, it's Cobalt. Another time popping in. I'm basically Pat's neighbor. Oh,
He
Also on
li-
the coast.
he
also on the
lives
coast.
he lives in the water, right next to Pat.
He's
No.
a guppy.
In the water, eh?
In the
I mean,
water.
you were in. I'm not gonna divulge too much information, but you were at sea for a while, so
Yeah. All right. Well, we got a few things to talk about since being gone for a while, but still not like a ton. Canada moved on. They're in the actual World Cup now, not the part that everyone expects them to be in. So they're on the round of 16 now, or is it 32? I can't remember. I think it's round of 32. It just happened today. Lots of things going on in the World Cup. Messi destroying again. Gonna win the Golden Boot if this keeps up.
as Messi does.
Yeah. Well, he didn't last time, but his team won last time. And U.S. looking good. They kind of gave the last game away on purpose, but still looking good.
On purpose, you say?
Well, I mean, they didn't play any of their starters except for one. And then, like, two of their starters came on as substitutions, but that was it. So they lost like 2-4 to a team that was already out of the tournament. So it didn't matter anyway. And they were already first place, so they didn't care. Yeah, it didn't matter at all.
You're just trying to rest up the real players.
Well, I mean, a couple of them you could say are people that come in later on. They come in as substitutions, so it's not like they didn't throw in some decent players, but at the same time, they didn't have any sense of urgency. So even if they like were trying to score, it wasn't like that trying that hard. But yeah, Canada beat South Africa today, and they are on the round of 16. They did move on. It's the first time they've ever won a knockout stage win. So surprising that it's the first time, but yeah, this is also an expanded tournament. So usually there was only a round of 16 before, but now since there's a round of 32, I guess they're back to where they usually get to, then lose. But also the Carmelo Anthony trial that went on, and lots of people being stupid, but then lots of people catering to the stupidity and giving it
I wouldn't say
publicity.
lots at this point because a lot of people flipped on that shit. They either realized that the people surrounding the trial are scummy, or just realized the dude,
It,
like especially after the footage came out, that he was guilty.
I say lots of people. I mean, it's more.
Some loud talkers.
Yeah, it's more the loudest people in the room more than anything. But that's about it on that one. And then some recent VTuber slash YouTuber news of Deme coming out and criticizing people for R18 work, not NSFW, but like NSFW artwork that's R18. She said she didn't like that. Somebody replied and with a screenshot of what she reposted at one point, which was pretty close to being R18. And she clarified by saying she didn't mean, what do you call it? Like sexy artwork. She meant she doesn't like full on porn or anything of her model. And then she proceeded to bring up Chibi Review's recent. I shouldn't. It's not a scandal because it's not him, but his girlfriend cheating on him, and then basically his whole friend group taking his girlfriend's side, and him having to essentially lose all those friends and his girlfriend to it. So that happened, and then there was a huge backlash on that after Chibi responded with her recent what she called abuse, and then she proceeded to say it wasn't abuse, and then proceeded to say it was an accident, proceeded to say that her boyfriend's nice and great and everything, and then proceeding to
maybe we should do this one thing at a time. We basically talk about the entire
well, I'm just giving a rundown of the.
That's more than a rundown. You're giving the whole backstory.
Well, I mean, I don't think Cobalt really knows much or cares much about that one. And there's not. I mean, do you have something to say on it? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying more. Maybe we should talk about the first subject before we like completely.
What, the World Cup? I didn't think y'all liked the World.
I mean, there's other stuff about the World Cup. Like I've been more interested in the people visiting the United States and just like enjoying the U.S. It has been fun watching that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I figured that's the stuff we'd talk about. I'm just giving the rundown of the topics, but I didn't think we'd jump in.
Paying attention once the World Cup gets further in.
Yeah.
Really
he's waiting for the
started.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the early matches are always really boring.
I think this has been the most entertaining early matches I've ever seen this first few weeks. But that's because there's been more goals scored this World Cup than like almost all the previous ones in the group stage combined, almost, because they don't. What in the world? Why am I getting?
I sent that to you about
What?
the Demi thing, but
Yeah, but why are you giving it to Messenger so it gives me a notification?
Sorry about that. I mute my phone whenever this stuff starts, so like if it goes off, it's in front of me. I have to see it. But yeah, no, I was gonna bring that when the Demi thing starts. But anyway, yeah, continue.
Yeah. But the World Cup, yeah, I'd say most of the news has been around people actually visiting the United States and finding out, essentially that CNN's been lying to them the whole time. But
well, I literally have had a guy that was playing like in like a group game that we're playing from Britain.
mm-hmm.
He said to me, he was like, how many people you know have to die before you give up guns? And I had to reply like, dude, I don't know any person personally that has died from gun violence. Like, what have you been hearing on the news? Because it's not true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, recently, I mean, not recently. I've heard from you and then also some other people that the only news they actually get about the US in other countries is literally from CNN. Like that's the only news source they have there.
Probably get fed from like in Britain. They probably get fed stuff from the BBC, and BBC is
true, but I'm saying like the only TV network they have is CNN. They don't have any other TV network from the United States. So
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they probably could, like, if they got a subscription, like, watch Fox News. But I wouldn't even go with CNN and Fox. They need to watch some things that are just not the mainstream media.
Yeah, I agree. But not even people in the U.S. do that.
until recently though, like a lot, like there's been a very liberal runabout in the EU, so I wouldn't be surprised if most everybody just did watch that kind of stuff, where it's just CNN talking points.
Oh, also something that's happened that was before I even or after I even made this was a couple stabbings in the UK.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
that can kind of go along with with the Carmelo stuff, because I mean, uh, I don't forgot his name that
yes,
fast.
yes and
The
no,
the
but
college age dude who got stabbed by the the dude who did the stabbing did get found guilty and sent to prison. His mom
yeah,
actually got charged with
let's get into that when we get into that one because that's the stuff I was leaving for when we talk about those topics. So to finish off the World Cup stuff, basically people are coming over here. They're trying to smuggle ranch on the airways, where they actually had to
Sell
put
and drink
out.
all the alcohol.
Yeah, they had to put out all airlines had to put out a statement that ranch is a liquid and cannot be taken onto the airplane. And I think they said somewhere around like 5 or 6 thousand gallons of ranch has been confiscated or something like that. Because, and it's not like, each person had a gallon, it's each person had like the bottles of Hidden Valley.
Hidden Valley.
Yeah, it's just that's how many people have been trying and how many times it's been ranch going on. Yeah, so that's I know it's something they don't have over there, which is funny, but at the same time it's understandable because how big their regulations are on that stuff. Like I don't even know if their ketchup tastes like ours, but
Well, I did have that conversation with somebody in Cat's Corner about people putting mayonnaise and ketchup or something. The person replied, "Yeah, Americans have put mayo and ketchup on everything." I was like, "I don't know. We've seen them put ranch on everything more often than that." And then right after I say that, I hear about people smuggling ranch to the other countries. Like, "Oh, they figured it
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Fucking Europe's ruined."
Well, I saw one post on X was guys like, "What? How come y'all didn't tell me you literally had liquid crack?" That was the, but yeah, that's that's funny. Smuggling ranch because they don't have it over there, and then they also there's been is it it's not a family, it's like a just a guy and his girlfriend or
Freddie.
something. Yeah, Freddie. I don't know what it,
From
I
Germany. I don't even know if he's got a
yeah.
girlfriend. I just know he's doing a faceless showing of like the United States where he doesn't show who he is, but like he's been popping up everywhere, and people are like, "Welcome."
Yeah.
I think Louisiana put up "Welcome Freddie" signs on the signs of Louisiana.
Yeah, he was also like on or his they were talking about it on like, Good Morning America and a bunch of like Fox and CNN too. So, but yeah, it's been a wild ride with people just coming over here and experiencing the United States and realizing it's not what they thought it was.
That there's
Like,
actually there's a reason America's overweight.
or there's a reason that, we say it's the best country in the world and they're realizing it now. But then Bucky's was highlighted on his list as when he went down south and he was like, this this stupid gas station keeps coming up everywhere, but it's the best thing on earth.
A Japanese tourist drove from Chicago to Texas to visit the largest Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, and in fact, I saw a video today, and I tried to do too much negativity around these things, but one just popped up on my feed where this guy showed before the World Cup happened. This person was saying he can't wait for foreigners to come here so Americans can be exposed for just the big of a shithole that it is. And then the guy plays a montage of all the positive reviews of America. He's like, "Where's your follow up? I want to hear. I want to hear what you have to say. Now you
Yeah.
can prove it wrong." It's like, That is a little cathartic. I kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Um,
And then the Scottish people waking up at like 6 in the morning and playing bagpipes outside their Airbnbs.
Did you see where they went to actually Major League Baseball games up in Boston and they were just like singing their heart out in the stands?
Oh
It was
no.
enjoyable.
No, that's something that could be, I'm glad they're gone now. That could be very annoying.
Well, you say
That's
that, but if they got all those seats, that means they probably didn't sell so many seats that night. That many Scottish people got those seats.
true. I mean, they're probably still here because they might have bought thinking they'd be a little farther in the World Cup.
Yeah, you never plan
But
for failure. That's how you. That's you plan to lose if you plan for failure.
yeah, so, but at the same time, uh, yeah, I'm not like as much as I don't mind bagpipes and stuff like that. Like I'm with the people that keep saying learn another song, please.
Play Amazing
Stuff like
Grace or something.
yeah. Well, no, that even sounds similar. It's all just the Scottish theme and then the Amazing Grace. Yeah, those are like the two songs
The
that
two
everyone
songs,
knows. Yeah.
or that song by Korn. They could pick that one up.
I don't know.
Feeling
Side
man.
note: if y'all want a good band that has bagpipes, Flatfoot 56, they're pretty good.
Flatfoot 56.
Yeah, they're a rock band, but they only have like 3 albums. Their first one's, of course, the best, but still, they're also Irish.
Okay, interesting choice.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's essentially like people just loving America after thinking they'd hate it. But yeah.
Well, I think it's more just negative Nellies who constantly go on about how terrible America is, getting that thrown in their face. Like, look, people who came from here are actually enjoying
See,
we're different from where they came from, and they came here with that mindset of we're gonna love it.
yeah. See, I don't think I see people that came here for the World Cup. I see them as probably being able to travel with how expensive the tickets are.
Oh yeah, they had to
So,
be already wealthy to spend this much time
well,
here
that's
to
what I
buy
mean.
bogus
I don't
tickets.
think these were the people thinking that America was that bad.
No,
I think it's people, but now that they're here and just going everywhere and just putting it out on, different social media sites, everyone's just like, wait, you mean it's not the pile of crap everyone keeps saying? Well, no,
well,
that's
it's
only
not even a
like
pile of
two
crap, and
areas. It's
people
like,
saying things. People
what?
saying things like like the service and and actually how
And
kind, like,
tipping.
people are a lot yeah, well, the tipping thing's been a whole culture shock, but they expect Americans to be ruder and stuff like that, like we're like impolite people and like stuff
Th-
like that, and they said Americans been very hell, what was that place in Nebraska, adopted the Algerian team.
yeah. No, I think I think UK people don't think that we're necessarily mean because they know they are. So that might, but
Right.
maybe Scottish and other thought we weren't that we were rude or something. But then they come to the South and realize, oh, that's just the cities.
Well, they say even up north, people were kinder than they thought they'd be, because I mean that's the typical stuff you see in, like, not just the news but like media, where like the hustle and bustle of the big city, and nobody's got time to say hello or hold open the door, or let alone be polite. And
Mhm.
they're finding out that that's not the case at all. When you actually get to know people, they're not that
They're
bad.
finding out you don't hold open a door for somebody, you might get shot. Yeah.
Right? Oh, if you walk out of your house more than 5 minutes, the odds go up by 30% that you're going to get shot.
Yeah.
Oh no. But yeah, it's like I say, it's just been, again, like, the Japanese guy discovering Mexican restaurants was hilarious too, where he wasn't prepared for the free refills on nachos. I mean, or just, tortillas. Uh, Also, I think it was a German guy who also didn't know that we had free refills. Most places do free refills on soda when you go to a restaurant. So he was like, his friend's like, dude, slow down. You're drinking too much soda. He's like, I can't stop.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I sent you that video where apparently the fast food restaurants, they're actually kind of wowed by how much the fast food restaurants are actually pretty good, like Chick-fil-A and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, the big three overseas are like McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and KFC. So getting stuff besides that's been interesting.
Or Taco Bell's, they're discovering is the thing.
Taco Bell. I sent that video in our restaurant suggestions because there was a bunch of apparently all these fast food restaurants have been getting a lot of positive reviews from the foreigners.
Yeah.
What else was there? Oh, a bit of controversy. Did you hear about the mural lawsuit happening in Dallas?
No.
There's this mural that was painted like several years ago, and it's been like a cornerstone of attractions in Dallas. Well, apparently the World Cup committee said they notified the artists that they were going to paint over, but they actually never did. Just did it anyway to paint over for like a World Cup advertisements. And now he's suing the committee for like $25 million. They're actually going to see because the stipulations are kind of extenuating. You're not supposed to normally be able to sue for that much over a piece of artwork. But if because the circumstances are different, he might be able to get it pushed through where he can go forward with the $25 million lawsuit against the World Cup committee. It was like this huge, I mean, massive mural painted on the side of a building, like had like whales and stuff. It's actually very pretty from what when I saw it, like on the YouTube video. Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And a funny side of controversy was, did you see the Levi Stadium stuff?
The one where they just covered up the Levi with their own symbol.
They have a thing about having not advertisers, but like logos from companies on the stuff during the World Cup. So they even put like black tape over the Heinz ketchup and mustard, like that's in like the vending stands. So, Levi's actually drove a truck around with their that's their Levi symbol, but with the flag whatever the cloth covering this as low as and it said totally not Levi's on the truck. They just circled the stadium during the World Cup.
Yeah.
And Heinz's new ads featured them not having their names blacked out off the bottles and stuff, like the security tape. Like that's pretty funny.
Yeah. All right. He said he's not watching the World Cup really, but
yeah, I'm not watching it yet. So
I mean, like any funny news about it. That's what will keep me entertained. Oh, actually, one last thing. A guy, I can't recall one video of a guy complaining that they Americanized the World Cup because advertisers made them take a required a water break twice a game, so they actually gave it 4 quarters instead of 2 halves. And it's throwing him off as a soccer fan.
I don't think that's a big deal. But I actually like it.
About it.
Yeah, I like it because like the World Cups thing is they said that it gives people who are playing inside an advantage over people that are playing outside, which I agree kind of with. And then the other argument is why not? Like what's the point? They still have the same amount of time because they just give them a 3-minute extra time automatically. So
his complaint was it interrupts the momentum of the game, and that's a big part of soccer apparently. And,
but they always do it after like it goes out or something, and usually there's no momentum. Like after 20 minutes, if somebody's already scored or if someone's already there's usually it won't matter at that point.
It's like when somebody kicks the ball out of bounds or takes a timeout.
Yeah, there's no timeouts.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So any stoppage, like they take us for a time for a break. Gotcha.
Any stoppage around the 25 to 30 minute, they usually take the break.
All right.
Yeah, and then again they do it at the 65th or anytime after 65 minutes.
Oh, and
So
another thing I heard is that this has actually been the largest attended World Cup in recent years. I don't know if it's just because America already has a lot of people here and they've been attending too, or just that we have, because we're a larger country, we got more facilities to house people. But that's just something else I heard, is that like in recent years, it's one of the most attended World Cups in America. That could be also just somebody little chat
yeah,
their ass.
yeah, it is a weird one. I don't know. I think I think I think it's one of the easier World Cups to attend. You don't have people just completely overpricing everything here. Because like in other countries, the whole city, that's essentially where you can stay. And if you go outside that city, then you're like, you got to be a local because they're going to hate you. Um, but here, it's like, oh, you go outside the city, everything's cheap. No one cares if you're from another country. They'll probably just ask you from where you're at, what you're here for.
We have tourist infrastructure built for year round for even our own
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Like, so I don't think that's ever, I think that's one reason why. And then also plane tickets for here are probably cheaper than most places.
That's true too. I've noticed that like if you go to like an international airport, you can get flights for really cheap. Now, if you go to like a smaller, a non-international airport, the price they can start like doubling and tripling. So that's something to
Yeah.
watch out for. But they should be fine if they're coming in and out like that.
All right. Well, let's go to the next one, which is the Carmelo Anthony case that we are going to talk about.
And any recent crimes and violence news, I guess. So, which part were we talking about? The low quality video footage from the surveillance camera on the opposite side of the field.
I haven't seen anything because I don't really care about the case that much, but
Eh, I my big thing is I was kind of hoping they televised just because people have been straight up lying about the case, about the evidence, and all kinds of stuff, and there's nobody to fact check them. But you also want to protect the witnesses. I think the jurors also haven't been like they've only confirmed that there were no black people on the jury, but I think for the most part the jurors have not been identified. So that's fair. Too many people are like getting putting their own personal stakes into this case, so I wouldn't want to expose anybody's identity either. But the judge releases surveillance footage showing between the time of arrival and all that stuff, like and how everything went down. You can't see it great, but it doesn't look like the dude got surrounded or jumped by anybody. From what I saw, that from the closest zoom in I could see of the video, he did not get jumped. There was a shove, and he just looked like a small scuffle. It's probably the motion when the dude stabbed. He ran out the tent, and whenever he realized what had happened, he took off running diagonally down the bleachers and away from the scene. There were two guys following him, but they weren't trying to like attack him. They were pointing, saying, "There he is! It's him! It's him!" They're pointing at him like they weren't
mm-hmm.
like running after him maliciously. I mean, for I know that he had a fucking knife. Well, you wouldn't go after somebody like that. And on the body cam footage, he was he cried a couple times. You heard him say, "I did it." He said he shouldn't have put his hands on me and all that stuff. Basically, just more or less confessed on the spot what had happened. This guy put his hands on him. He did it. Never like didn't 100% say that. So I don't know. It just didn't seem like self defense based on all the witness testimony and the video footage. It's the they but they are going to get an appeal in. They're working on an appeal. I think they got four people of the NAACP working on it. Like so, a bunch of like very prominent people working on getting him appeal. So if it does go to appeals courts, and if it doesn't get overturned and actually gets solidified, he's serving his time. If it does get overturned, it can go to the second appeals court, if the family chooses to, or the prosecutors choose to appeal his appeal, and if whatever happens there is like is done. If his conviction's not overturned, then he is definitely serving the time. He could also be granted a retrial based on what's going on. But also, the judge who served 19 years has never had an appeal go against his. Apparently, the judge has a spotless record for getting appealed, so he does things by the book. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting an appeal. That judge is good. Oh. Oh. I'm just glad it's over.
Same. The there's a gag order lifted on Austin Metcalf's dad. 'Cause apparently, that's why he hadn't been saying much for the last year because the judge placed a gag order on him.
Yeah.
And well, I don't know if you saw what he said, but he said
I've
some
been
crazy
seeing
stuff.
some stuff. Yeah.
I mean, a year of getting your family harassed, people posting photos of them pissing on your son's grave and stuff, and Larry has had his family harassed in public, like people waiting to harass him and stuff.
So
Like,
yeah,
I'd be ready to snap too. I can't blame
I
the guy.
I understand the rage and stuff about that, but I don't get why you engage or even look at that.
I
Like
I think
that's what I'm just like. Why are you on social media? Your son was just killed. Get off. Like
Well, I
go.
mean, he wasn't just killed. It's been
Well,
a
no.
very
I
long
mean, that's
time.
what I'm saying is like, if as soon as you start seeing the harassment, get off the social media. Solves the problem. Turn it off.
well, dude, it's not just social media. They were harassing his family in public. Like
Yeah,
private
yeah.
meetings.
I
Like he's
get
been dealing with
that.
a lot over the year. Like his family's been like smeared and all kinds of stuff, and death threats, all that. It's not just social media. They've been getting calls and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure people have probably sent letters to his job and like threatening him and whatnot. It's been a year-long harassment campaign from the loud few that are just been giving this man hell. So when he
Yeah,
finally
yeah.
got a chance to speak his mind, he spoke it. He
No,
publicly condemned his
I'm
parents.
all for all that. I'm saying the pointing to the stuff on social media and then stuff like that. I'm like, it. Well, you can just press a button and that goes away. Like that's not harassment to me. But the doing stuff at at their home and stuff like that, I can see that being a big problem. But would it be there if he wasn't speaking out? Probably
The
not.
thing he didn't really speak out for the entire year. The only thing he ever said was that so he can move on as a Christian, he forgave Carmela Anthony, and he actually tried to come together with the family to pray for both their sons.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I get.
they smeared him for both those situations.
Mm-hmm. No,
That's
I
the only
don't.
thing he said up until the end of the year. He's literally had no presence, no. He hasn't done any interviews. He hasn't done any online stuff. He's been radio silent except for those two things. And now he finally spoke his mind, and it was colorful.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that he for a year he was taking all that when that's not what silence even in court is. Like those are just things he can bring to court and say this was done to our family. Um,
Yeah, but
and
that wouldn't be on Carmelo Anthony. That'd just be
no, but
people
they
who were
can still
supporting him.
bring it up and or bring it to the police and stuff like that. And
I'm
if he
sure
did,
they
yeah,
probably had like protection orders put on him and stuff.
yeah, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's me. I would just be turning all this off. Like, but that's me. If something on the internet happens, I just turn it off. Like there's no use talking about that. And then yeah, go to an interview and be like, my son was killed, and they keep trying to make it racial. I don't care if the guy was white, black, or whatever. My son was killed. Yeah.
That's basically what it stands from the get go.
True, but then then he constantly stating all the stuff that's going on in social media, and I'm like,
He didn't
No,
say
now
that.
he is. Now he is. That's what I'm saying. Now. I'm not saying then. I'm saying now. Like, turn it off, dude. That's all you have to do.
You don't have to say he only had that one talk. He had two actually. He had two talks about
No,
it.
he says that yeah, he said that. So in the interviews, he says this is what he's saying everywhere. And it's like, so just turn it off is my thing. Just don't get on X, or like if you get on X, then just block the people that are saying that. Like, why are you don't have to look at that, is what I'm saying. Now, the stuff that they're doing, like I said, the stuff they're doing at their house, yeah, that's where I would break. Not the stuff on social media. It'd be like, there's a button for this, but IRL, there's no button for that.
I'm pretty sure as a whole he's more ticked off about the IRL harassment because anybody would be. But the social media is just extra flavoring, I guess you could say, because he can't even get no peace online, which is to be expected, honestly.
Yeah, I think he could. He's just going the wrong places too. He's looking up stuff about his son as well. Like, that's not what you should be doing.
I can imagine somebody in a situation probably would doom scroll.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, but that's my temperament, is not to go on social media and look for things about my son or the perpetrator or anything. Like, let's see what these people think about. Like, what do you like? To me, there's only the truth, so I don't. And they have video, so it's not like there isn't truth to the situation. But at the same time, one person had a knife, one person had hands. I think that it's pretty clear, even if it wasn't, it was so-called self-defense, it'd be like, okay, the one guy had had a weapon, the other one didn't. So there's clearly.
Yeah, even in Texas, there's limits to how much you get away with self-defense. Like, you can't just be like out in public and get in a situation like that and claim self-defense. Like, it's not
On not even technically not in public, because that was a college campus or a high school campus. That is not public property technically.
Yeah, and I think he was also suspended that time, and he had a knife on school grounds, which isn't allowed in the first place. But
I don't know about that one in Texas.
Some people are actually still saying that that either he had a cleat sharpener, which doesn't exist, or that Austin fell on the knife. He wasn't actually stabbed. It's like,
yeah, well, I mean,
are y'all serious?
what they're claiming is the guy pulled out a knife not to stab him, but to defend himself, and then he was lunged at. And then, of course, because he was lunged at, the guy accidentally stabbed him, type thing. But that's clearly from what all witness testimony has, and then I haven't seen the video, so I can't say anything on that. But the witness testimony, they all said that no, the guy was looking for a fight before Austin even didn't, tried to do anything. He stabbed him already. So
yeah, all the testimony says that Austin even stated, "I'm not going to fight you to track me." They all regurgitated that same line.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the appeal grounds they're going for, by the way, I just thought to mention is the black jurors thing. There's no black jurors because there were several people cut, but the three, I at least think the three of them, all of them were teachers, and all of them they all gave biased opinions. I think one even got biased opinion against Carmelo Anthony, but it's still because they have a rule that if it was a young person, especially a school student, that got into an incident like this, they had to remove teachers from the pool. They even removed a white teacher from the pool. The only teacher that got onto the jury selection that was actually a trade school teacher, and that's not for like high schoolers. So that's another thing they're going to bring up at the appeals court, that there was no black jurors, and they're gonna try to say there was racism afoot. I don't know. Anyways, that's the last bit I know about the case. I mean, at this point, only thing new I can actually wait for is whether he wins or loses the appeal. There's really nothing else to be said about the case. Everything's been aired out. It's over with. The families, Carmelo's family's been exposed for being kind of shitty, shitty people. But that's it.
Yeah. I don't know. People that give their opinions on stuff that, like, I keep saying I haven't seen the video, so I don't know. But I have heard the. Why in the world do I keep getting? But yeah, the only thing I comment on is stuff that I actually know about in the trial. So I wish people would do that more often than not, or even if they were there or something, comment about the stuff that they know, but nothing else. And then also the racial aspect, I don't think is a. I don't know. I think it's dumb that there's even a racial aspect to any of it.
There's always a few that are gonna make it racial. Like, and some of them are actually the people who profit from it, and some are just the people who are only think of things as racial. So that's the two people we got to contend with, no matter who's
I
being
mean, the
convicted.
the people that made Black Lives Matter, yeah.
Yeah, there's them. Did you see where they tried to condemn Kill Tony over a joke he made at the roast of Kevin Hart, and she laughed before she repeated the joke. It's like, yeah, like he made a joke. The joke was something about George Floyd. Like he's like, I think George Floyd would be looking up at us, smiling and saying, "I can't breathe" because he's laughing so hard. And before, when she read it, was about to say it, she giggled. Like she laughed
Yeah.
at the joke, and she's trying to condemn him for. It's like, all right, that's kind of, that's actually hilarious.
Oh god.
Yeah.
No comment.
We already know you're racist, Cobalt, so
Yeah.
don't matter.
Whoa.
Whoa, what?
Just based on the football teams you support, I know you're racist.
Yep. Based on the area you lived in.
Hey, now, stop with the area bullshit, okay? Because
Based on the area you both live
my
in.
state, my state might have a little more. It's a close race, is all I'm saying. Like, let's not get into the area.
I don't know. I can't be
I'm
racist.
not
So
from the Delta area. That's where it gets really bad. You don't give me that.
go ahead. I have the biggest gripe for being not like I had to leave my family, leave my home state, cry all the way to Oklahoma before I could make my own home in a desolate place that was all forest. How dare y'all?
Man even left the country to get away from it. Damn.
And then on my other side, y'all enslaved us and promised us a better future while putting us in warehouses.
Warehouses? Is this the Irish side?
Yeah.
Well, too much about the history of the Irish when they first came to America, but I think that was a guy's argument. He was trying to break up the disagreement between the North and the South pre Civil War. He said, "Don't y'all judge the South too harshly. Y'all basically treat the Irish like they treat the slaves in the South." It's like, ooh, I didn't know about that part. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
ooh.
Yeah. They had their own problems.
I mean,
Definitely true.
What do you mean they? It would literally happen to me in my past life.
Oh, so you reincarnated?
Yeah. What do you mean? Doesn't racism go through family? Like it does. Everything that happened to my family happened to me too.
Whatever your great grandpappy did, you can't feel
Yeah.
guilty for his sins, okay?
What do you mean? I don't have any of theirs. They don't have any sins. They're perfect.
You can't be responsible
It's,
for their trials and tribulations either. Like that's not your problem.
now hold on there. I'm a
The man bought
victim too.
the man bought a house on a grocery store salary.
I know. That's
Think you're
still
doing pretty well.
to this day, I will never understand people that say they can't, like, how can they live on minimum wage? I'm gonna be like, there's so many ways you can live on minimum wage.
Oh, Kami, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Those people live in huge cities where it's like your town isn't tiny. Like where you live now, it's not
You could
tiny,
go
but
to Pittsburgh,
it's
live on minimum wage. I promise
but
you.
but the town you're living is not huge either. Like I don't make great money, but if I actually committed to it, I could probably buy a house myself too. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, like, no, I mean, definitely in Pittsburgh, a minimum wage job will get you enough because there's so many benefits that you could you could get. You'd basically be making, no taxes, be making all income and nothing else, dude. It'd
how, how long
be making a
how
lot of
long do
money.
you how long do you think everything crashes in New York?
What do you mean crashes?
I mean, because that's one of like the most expensive places to live is New York City, and
It's got up another at least 3 or 4 years because the next one.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's that. They're gonna get some money from that. Ooh,
Yeah.
funniest news I've seen all week about somebody doing dumb shit. Did you hear about the lady who worked at oh that what the fuck is the name of the damn bank? Oh god, I can't remember. But a lady who was at a parade celebrating the Knicks championship win, she dumped out a fucking a trash bin that was painted orange and blue
Oh,
and was
yeah,
taking it
yeah.
home. Yeah. Fucking
Mm-hmm.
and she lost her job from Chase. I can't remember the full name of the place, but yeah, she had a six-figure executive job at that freaking bank and financing firm, and she lost it because she went viral for dumping out a trash bin, a $50 trash bin, stealing it and taking it home.
Yeah. It was a
Oh my
nice
god,
trash bin.
it was limited edition. It was
Yeah.
standard trash bin painted orange and blue
With a Knicks logo on it.
with the Knicks logo on it.
Yeah, I can't forget
Look,
that.
I honest to God think that she wouldn't have got as much when it's viral if she would have took the trash home with her instead of dumping it out. She probably might not got in much trouble. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
but they fired her because of it, and she lost
Yeah.
a six-figure job, and she had to return the trash bin. She couldn't keep it.
But they didn't make her pick up the trash. That's the problem.
Well,
That's the
hey,
real problem. She
you're
has
not
to
you're not
pick up the trash
wrong, but if they do bring up
with
charges,
her bare hands.
she may get charged with petty larceny and littering. She might have to pay a littering fine.
How would that not be littering? Literally
It's
picks up a
it's
trash can
it's
and
like
dumps it.
last I heard, no charges were pressed yet. But I mean,
I
that's like
guess that's
that's
true.
she's got video evidence of her doing it. Come on, man, what are y'all doing?
The city
Like,
not trying to press charges? What is this? How would the city not press charges? That's like instant free money for them. They
right?
definitely are going to press charges.
Well, it wasn't her current position, but her prior position at that job was the executive over like diversity and equity in the company and stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't want to charge their own.
Oh no, she's the type of lady that won't put back the shopping cart. So
Ooh, yeah. I have no sympathy for those people.
yeah,
How dare you? It's the cart returns right there.
you parked next to it.
Yeah.
We assumed that you were going to put the cart back.
Dude, I've seen people do that, park next to the cart return, and they push it between their vehicle and the cart return, and not in the cart return, and just drive off. I'm like, Oh my God. Faith in humanity is dropping as we speak.
That's not humanity. That's not human right there.
Animal.
They're worse. Yeah. They actually, God did not create that person. They were a product of evolution.
Heard somebody argue the fact that people can't still won't go through the use the cart return is the proof that communism will never work. It's like because you have to be all in with communism. You have to like play your part. You have to just live on what you get. Like, there's like it's communism. You're supposed to work together, and they don't even have the energy, the willpower to
Well,
just push the cart 5 yards into the cart return.
I think your view of communism is a
No, that
little
wasn't mine.
skewed.
That was somebody else's.
I think their
Like
view of communism is a little skewed.
no,
If they,
he was arguing against it from the get go because he can't stand communism.
yeah,
He was like, "Look, if people can't even do that, how do you expect communism to work?" Is what he was saying. They can't even return a cart to a cart return. How do you expect them to work together as a society? It's not going to happen.
no, I still my favorite argument for communism is there are you gonna pick up the are you gonna do the sewer, be the sewer manager, the one that actually has to crawl in the tunnel and fix the problem? Huh?
I get
And if the
paid the
answer
same
to
as
that is no, then your communism doesn't exist.
I get paid the same as a guy who works at the grocery store.
I
Why
get
would I
paid the
change?
same as somebody staying home writing poems, and not very good ones at that.
I mean, hell,
But it's
Russia
because
lost to
it's what they
abstract art.
love. It's what they
Russia
love, though.
Russia lost to abstract art and jazz music. All right, so yeah,
Hmm.
they're not going to stand a chance.
Yeah. All right. Well, what's the next one that we said
Netherlands.
had no another lawsuit thing that or something that happened?
Um,
Oh, the stabbing in United
yeah,
Kingdom,
well, there's been
well, England
several.
or wherever.
Like there's been a few. Like, well, the big one was the Henry Nowak and in the UK, and the guy did get sent to prison. His mom was actually charged for accessory because she tried to hide the murder weapon. And there was two more attacks in Ireland, which caused some temperatures to rise. So there's that.
Hmm. Well, what's the
Now,
one with the Sikh?
yeah, that was Henry Nowak. Um,
Okay.
a Sikh. I can't remember if he was actually British born or I
No,
forget.
he's an immigrant. That's what
He
the
immigrated.
problem was.
He he claimed that the Henry was being racist. He knocked his turban off his face. Apparently what actually happened was because he also was seeing footage like from days prior, actually started altercations himself too. He actually went after Henry himself, stabbed him 5 times. When the cops showed up, he said, "Oh, he was being racist," and the
Yeah.
cops were holding like even after it confirmed Henry died, the cops wouldn't even put him in cuffs. They were like, "Look, dude, we're gonna have to we're just gonna take you, and all right, it's gonna be okay." Like comforting the man, like it's fucking crazy. But the worst of it is the only thing Henry said when he was on the ground was, "I can't breathe and I've been stabbed." And one of the cops replied, "I don't believe you," as he was putting handcuffs on him, and then he just bled
Yeah.
out on the ground.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
Well, and
caused a
then
lot of issues.
yeah, well, and then there was another stabbing by a native. Uh, what are they called? Because England's like not even
British man.
technically the. Yeah, I was just gonna say like the UK is like an island, and then there's England, which is in the smack dab middle of Europe. That's not an
Yeah,
island, but it's still called the UK. I don't know. It's
but
confusing.
it's because
I
the
know
UK.
why. I'm just saying it's dumb
Yeah,
because it
it's because
is.
it's actually three countries. Well, technically Northern Ireland. The rest of Ireland's not part of the UK, but Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Britain are the UK. So yeah, just call a British person if they cover
Yeah.
those other two places.
Well, Scotland and Northern Ireland usually they call themselves Northern Ireland and Scottish, not
Yeah.
not or Irish and Scottish. But
Well, I mean, yeah, because
anyways,
British are gonna call themselves British unless they're Welsh.
Well, the English call themselves British, so I don't understand it. That's what I'm saying. Um, but a British guy stabbed an immigrant because of it too. That was
I heard
like
about that
a
as
week
well.
ago. Yeah, but
Yeah, things are a little spicy over there. I'm a little
yeah,
concerned.
I don't know. I like
Well, the British Prime Minister stepped down.
yeah, yeah, because he can't do anything about it.
Hmm.
He'd be called racist, and that's the worst thing to happen to a prime minister is getting names called. But
You don't care about his feelings. How dare you?
yeah, you don't care about the guy that stabbed another person's feelings. How dare you?
My
Um,
feelings.
yeah, that's just the yeah, it's what the Europe's is coming to after all this. I'm glad the United States is slowly turning away from it. And more so, and I hope we do. But
Dude, there was that reminds me of there was a California state, I think it was a Senate rep for California, the California Senate, not of the U.S. Senate. He was one of the guys, big proponents of the Stop Nick Shirley Act, the bill all about like if you find like fraud and whatnot, you can't just like report about it on like social media and whatnot. Well, he was like on camera like calling Nick Shirley like a barbarian or a psychopath and whatnot. Well, he was being chased, like not chased, but harassed while walking out of the Senate and whatnot because apparently he voted in approval of something like that doesn't help Gaza or supports Israel, and so
mm-hmm.
he was he
I
it
don't know.
was it was very, I'm just gonna say, colorful, the things that were like said, and like into like people were like getting in his face, like screaming at this man and telling him he's not safe outside the Senate, he's not safe in public, he needs to not show, like, damn, they flipped on him so fucking fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's from San Francisco too. That's from the area he represents, in San Francisco, and they flipped on him really fucking fast.
Yeah, I don't understand the. You have to choose a side whenever it's like Israel and Ghana and stuff like that. How about we just don't give money and then end? Like, how about we just turn off all video and all cameras and all listening devices, and then we also turn off all money to the Middle East, and then just we'll check back on it in a week and see how it goes.
Let it play out, huh?
Yeah, like, I think that's where I'm at. Like, I don't, and being for some reason being a Christian, then they're like, how can you say that about Israel? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, they're going to be fine. Like, from what I believe, Israel gets a second chance after they die. So they can all just get blown up and it won't matter to me.
Are you talking
But
about the rapture?
no, so the rapture is when God takes up everyone that believes. And then I believe that after we die, and it alludes to this in Revelation, and it talks about the 144,000 from each tribe of Israel essentially gets a second chance to see if they believe in Jesus. And that's like after they're already dead. So like, how are they going to say no? Type thing. That's what I'm just.
Comment, they don't believe in the Bible.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. At that point, I don't think they'll care, and so they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, I definitely believe in this guy that's standing right in front of me that is kind of glowing and or whatever it is. I don't know.
Uh,
You know.
you ever see that Family Guy skit about Osama bin Laden where like Stewie was learning about Christianity or something, and something about as long as you like claim Jesus as your Lord and Savior, you'll go to heaven. So the skit turned into a cutaway where Osama bin Laden's door get kicked in. He jumps to feet and says, "I believe in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ." And then next thing he's popping in front of the pearly gates. Yes, it's like, oh
Yeah, I mean, if he's honest, I kind of say go for it.
I mean, I don't know if that's the exact rules. This is just their
Yeah.
interpretation. So
Yeah.
I accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior. Bing! Yeah, just in time.
Yeah. Well, the second part to that is believe in your heart that Jesus died for your
That's the
sin.
trick.
So,
That's the tricky part. Is
yeah.
do they know?
Yeah. But at the same time, like, I just don't understand the you have to choose a side. That's the weird part to me. I'm like, how about neither? How about just crater? That's what I'm
the
going
the
for.
pe- the people who want you to be their perfect representative are the loudest. They are the
Yeah.
people who are zealots for their beliefs. I'm gonna say zealots because I can't see somebody who doesn't like treat this like a religion not act this way. There's no fucking way.
Mm,
Like they'd be singing spirituals if it was for their beliefs.
yeah. Well, is there anything else we have to talk to before we get into the demi reviews and stuff like that? And yes, that's who's on who you're talking about, Pat.
Since we brought the Middle East, what do y'all think about the current coming and going of with Iran and the peace talks and all that?
I mean,
I think
go ahead.
I think that we started off too soft.
Like we were making
We
a
were
lot of
if we were gonna start, like, we had to hit hard, and we had to hit often early, and we didn't hit hard enough. So they're
apparently.
not scared enough.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was talking to a
I
friend
can
about
agree.
that last night. Like we actually conceded a lot of stuff in our initial peace talk. And the two big asks we wanted were open the strait and stop and do not refine your uranium anymore. Stop with the nuclear weapons. And we were promising a lot. Like even like foreign investment, not even from us, from their neighboring countries. Like we were like offering them so much to rebuild their country, like and just to kickstart everything and make them rise further into a world power, and they just couldn't do it. And when when Israel bombed Lebanon, they blamed us for it. But Hezbollah attacked first, and when we told them about it, their reply is, "We can't control our allies, but you expect us to control Israel." Does not make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, I don't want us to have a hot ground conflict with Iran at all, but it's they're we might not have a choice otherwise. This is getting stupid. Like I don't want to see it happen, but they're getting ridiculous.
Yeah. To me, I mean, I'm a bit more extreme with it,
I know.
but that's because I'm tired of paying for it all.
Just
So,
hit the factory reset button, huh?
sure.
Jesus.
I mean, I don't know.
Uh,
My thing is either leave them alone and let them figure it out themselves, or yeah, just take what we want and then get out of there.
I mean, shit. If we have more allies than just Israel in the Middle East, and everybody's tired of Iran. Like, if everybody who's
Okay,
tired of Iran
name one.
open up on Saudi Arabia,
Not an ally. They're
um,
gonna immediately go with someone else as soon as the money goes
Pakistan.
somewhere. Not an ally.
Yeah, it might not be. They technically on paper are an ally, but same deal.
Yeah, like these are not
America's
allies.
America's kind of like, look, y'all chill out. We're trying to make things peaceful. If we just say fuck it, you deal with it yourself. Everybody's probably gonna turn on Iran, and I do mean everybody.
I
Yeah.
mean, Iran kind of brought that on themselves at the very
Yes,
start when they
hell,
just started, like, attacking everybody in the general area of them.
yeah, and
Retaliation.
Pakistan and the rebels who want to from the I can't remember what the region is called on the south side of Pakistan, where, near the ocean. They believe that they have their own. They both Pakistan and that little section of rebels have a problem with Iran. So two parts of Pakistan say, "No, fuck Iran." Like they literally don't have many actual countries allied with them in the Middle East. It's mm. Oh,
Yeah.
they probably would get China to back them up though if that a lot of stuff too. Oh, no, I take that back. China has a lot invested in Pakistan too, so maybe not. Shit.
Wait,
Well, they do get a lot of oil from Iran.
isn't the
Yeah.
isn't the S in BRICS, is that Syria or is that Saudi Arabia?
I don't think it's Saudi Arabia.
Is it Syria? Okay.
I don't think it's Syria either.
What's the BRICS nations?
Brazil, Russia, India, China. What's the S?
Yeah, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia.
The UAE is not Saudi Arabia.
The bloc expanded to include Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Indonesia.
Dude,
but it was South Africa is what it stood for.
50 plus countries in the BRICS nations actually. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like Saudi Arabia is not our ally. They're just people with money and gas.
That's just the financial thing.
It's people. Yeah, well, that they don't care about. They don't have a military.
We trade with China a lot.
Their military is camels. They do not have a military.
They can buy some jets, okay? So
with the money we keep giving them for their oil,
right? Hey, that's a transaction service. Not money if we buy oil from them, okay?
I don't like. Yeah, that's why. Like I'm just saying, just turn off all funding for a week and see what happens. Like turn off all cameras and funding to the Middle East for a week, and we'll see.
You just said that yourself. It's not going to happen because what is America going to do when our Middle East oil wells dry?
No, I say we use ours. We can use ours for like I think it's 10 years. And then we'll be fine. I say we do that. We wait 10 years and then see where everyone's at and then be like, oh, now you want to be business partners with us and you'll give us anything we want. I like it.
I mean, honestly, we could just drill in the United States.
No, you don't need to drill. We already have enough.
I'm saying is
we just need to reopen them.
We could even trade with our South American allies. Oh,
yeah.
Speaking of South America, the big earthquake that happened in Venezuela.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Yeah.
I mean, like, thousands injured and missing, and last time I checked, there was like a few hundred dead. It was very bad. Like, I think California and Japan got hit at the same time, but they were nowhere near as bad as Venezuela. So I think America did commit some aid to go help Venezuela out right now, because they got hit hard, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's another point of contention with me. Like, if we're the only ones giving aid, like if other people are, then fine. But
pretty sure they're helping too.
I mean, as much.
I don't know who all committed to giving aid. I just know that America did commit to giving aid to Venezuela and helping out with that situation. I mean, we're one of the closest people who have can give money and aid. So
or Mexico or Brazil.
They don't have our military and infrastructure and
what are you saying? They're not a better country than we
have. They don't have the same potential as us. Oh,
I would like.
I find it amusing. And this involves Mexico too, and it goes back to the World Cup. Apparently, some people have noticed there's been positive stuff posted by foreigners about Mexico and America. Like the U.S. and Mexico have been getting like rave reviews from foreigners, but nobody has had anything good to say about Canada. And a few Canadians have taken notice and got upset about it.
Well, I think it's because Canada's just Europe, but over here. Well, literally, they're still owned by the king. It's not like they don't have the British money and everything.
The only story I heard come about Canada from a foreigner was a guy was visiting Quebec before flying to California for a game, and he got robbed. His passport was stolen, and he might lose the chance to go to see the game with his dad and his brother. So he was upset about it. That's the only thing I've seen about Canada regarding the foreigners visiting. And I don't know.
Hey,
Sorry,
they
people.
could go see the doctor for free, though.
All right, your wait time is 2 months. Good luck.
Well, that's the thing is they said they could issue him a temporary passport, but America's not been a big fan of temporary passports in recent years, so he probably couldn't get to the United States with that.
Yeah. I wonder why. Anyways,
What about the reflecting pool?
what do you mean? People vandalizing it?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh God, please tell me you're joking.
No, and people who
there,
are ranting about they shouldn't be blamed for the failings of the president when there's like they've had plainclothes cops to guard the pool because people been coming there with tools and attacking the blue lining they installed.
yeah. Well, so algae was started in a buildup in the reflecting pool. They were going to clean it, and then environmental activists says that algae is a natural thing and therefore should not be removed.
Bullshit.
And now there's a bunch of like memes going around, like reflecting pool when Biden was
Save the
president.
algae.
Yeah, was president, and it's like completely clear. And then reflecting pool when Trump's for president is the president, and it's the algae's in it. And it's like, well, they tried to clean it, but one, people keep dumping stuff in it, and then also two, they won't let them take the algae out. And so I think I think he finally did it, but he's like, to heck with y'all.
And they have arrested people for vandalizing the liner that
Yeah.
they've installed. Some people say is you can't blame it on them because you just cheaped out and bought a cheap liner. It's like you're purposely
You're
sabotaging a piece of public property. I think that counts as vandalism. I'm sorry. I have to side with them on that one.
what's going on in DC where they can't just like kick these people out? It's literally a congressman doing it.
The thing is, I've seen plenty of people talking positive about how DC's changed since Trump became president. Because like crime and homelessness they are not just rampant across the street. There's not
Yeah.
drug use and homeless everywhere. So some people actually have a lot of positive things to say, but then you got the people who are coming to DC just to cause a ruckus.
Yeah, I don't know. DC's always kind of been bad.
I
In
still
the
want to go
trend.
visit it one day.
Yeah.
Visit all the Capitol buildings and some of the museums and the monuments. Just see it in person,
No, I don't.
Sorry, I visited many and many years ago.
Never been.
Yeah, I never want to go back.
Yeah, I've never been, and I don't want to go there. But I don't have a what's the word? I don't have a tie to the history.
Neither do I, but I just want to see it.
Well, that's what I mean. Is I don't have an appreciation for it either. Like,
I mean,
I don't want to go see Abraham Lincoln built with concrete. Like the heck? Why is this here?
You know those foreigners who are raving about the yellow school buses being real when they came to visit for the World Cup? It's that kind of feeling. It's not that it's something amazing. It's just you only know about it through like TV and media. But seeing it in person is just like an affirmation that that this is
Yeah,
actually a real thing.
I don't have
Like
that desire. So,
I do.
but I don't think I have that for anything on this green earth. Yeah, I don't think I do for anything on this earth. So
you don't want to go see Disney World
no. Why would I want to go there? There's people.
because your friends are going.
My friends are not going to Disney World.
If you have friends going, would you go?
No.
Okay.
Too many people. I don't ride rides. Why would I go?
There's other things to do there besides ride rides. Like there's a lot of like international food
Like
restaurants.
spending money? Yeah, no.
Well, no, you get a group pass and everybody chips in, and you can basically eat at any restaurant you want for free. And there's you get to see there's a bunch more to it than
Oh,
just rides
free.
and stuff.
Well,
Yeah, free.
free I'm in.
Yeah, but you gotta pay for the pass.
Oh, well then no, I'm out.
But again, if you get a bunch of people pitching in, it's like $100 for like a 5-day pass to do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah,
It's not worth it, man.
no,
Trust me.
I'm not a huge go and see stuff person. Like Ange is, and so like if she wanted to do something,
I
sure.
have to slide into her DMs.
Yeah, you got to get her to go. But then I'll be like, oh, you and Pat are going on a trip, nice. And I'll be like, I'll stay home.
I'll have to
watch my
become a
watch anime.
I have to go take the bar, become an attorney, and fight for Aru to come just so you can go to Disney World.
There you go. That's yeah.
So you
that's
go for Aru, and that's
yes.
like, oh god.
Well, no, Aru's from the other side of the world. I can't just go see him anytime I want. But
what are you talking about? You can get a passport visit Brazil and probably be there in the next year.
yeah, but it's still expensive. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
the heck?
That's why you save up and you plan for it. You don't do it tomorrow.
I wouldn't.
No, I don't.
That's really nice.
The only reason I'd go to Brazil would be to see our, and that'd be it. So
they have a big tourism culture. As long as you don't go to any like questionable places, you should be fine. And just be careful.
What's the tourism thing? What am I going to see?
Food, beaches, a whole bunch of stuff, and your friend.
Yeah, Aru's the only one that I care about. I don't like hot weather. I don't like beaches.
Shit, I go there just for the food.
No, the one place I would like to see just for the land would probably be like Alaska.
I thought you were gonna say Ireland.
No, I don't even care about that.
See the home of your people.
No, I mean, maybe to try Guinness from Ireland. That'd be the only reason to go.
Can I get a pint of Guinness?
Yeah, that'd be it. That would literally be the only reason. Like I have be like, oh yeah, my family's from here, and like they care. I don't sound like them at all.
Yeah, I know they probably like bullshit.
Yeah, or they'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. He left. He was rude.
So who you kin
to? Yeah, but well, and I have like the most famous. We're tied to the most famous name, the McCutcheons. So like everyone's related to me essentially there. But
so you're like the Ladners down here.
Yeah, it's not. It's like to find my actual family, I'd be looking for a needle in a haystack.
I mean, you could do 23andMe.
Not those aren't real. Okay. Who in the world thinks you can actually do that? And they have like DNA from my Native American parents who never even, saw a doctor in their life. The heck?
Our genes are building blocks of our bodies, so they can tell certain things just by your gene code.
Yeah, but do I think 23andMe has this? No.
No, I mean, I saw a video of this Chinese lady got it done, and it said she was 100% Chinese, but they even had how much from which region she was down from. Like she was like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't believe. That's the point. I don't believe is them saying they know where everything's from. I'm like, okay, how can you know that? Like literally 2 generations. I have 2 generations.
Africa, you see some big changes in the way people like looking at it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like my grandfather on my dad's side, and then above him is my great grandmother. They don't even have her birth certificate. It does not exist.
Dude, it's not that they know. Well, we know your grandma was so and so. No, it's that they say, all right, based on your DNA structure, your family has a heavy part in this region, a heavy part in this region, and from this side, if you have something that's not Irish, all right, so your family was from this region of the whatever Native American breed you are.
Yeah, and I don't want to give that info to the government or a third-party website for that matter.
That's the other side of having somebody access your DNA.
Yeah, and at the same time, it's not accurate.
I don't know. I've already agreed to donate my organs, so whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care
can
about my
salvage it,
organs after I die. Maybe when I die, but not after. But they don't even
mom
want
was
mine
actually,
at this point.
yeah, I'm saying if they could salvage something for him, good luck. But my mom's big thing about is apparently they cremate you when you donate your organs, which I don't have any misgivings about anyway. Too, I don't care about being buried or
Yeah, I
not.
don't want to be. I don't want this body to exist after him.
Yeah, I already take up enough space while living. Go ahead and just dust in the wind.
Yeah,
Spread me across the Gulf South.
make sure. Make sure it's not all in one place. I don't want even God to put me back together after this.
They're gonna put you in a healing chamber like Frieza.
But all right, we need to move on. The Deme and Chibi reviews thing.
But is Demi in the photo that I sent you?
Yeah,
Right?
she's the far left one. Yeah.
Yeah, she. That's the news. Only thing I've heard about her was that her and Kyla are gonna be in their region's creators championship league in Marvel Rivals. That's pretty cool,
Yeah.
I guess.
No, Deme is not a bad streamer or anything. She's just
Just
chose the wrong thing to do
she got a
online.
hot take and she's gonna die on that hill apparently.
No, it wasn't the hot take that everyone cared about. It was that she literally pointed out Chibi Review's girlfriend who cheated on him. And so he replied with her own thing she didn't want. And her excuse was, well, Chibi didn't put out that he didn't want this talked about. But I did after she put it out online. And it's like, that's not how this works. You can't, slight somebody. Because I'll bring up what the actual thing she said. Because she used it as an insult. It wasn't that she used it, it was that she used it as an insult.
Like, did he even say anything about her?
No, he replied about the not wanting the artwork, and then he replied with a literal repost of hers about her not wanting R-rated work, and then she was just like, well, he reposted this and was like, you mean like this? And it was literally like her almost showing off like her whole body as her VTuber model. And
I gotta say that is pretty shitty. If somebody has a reasonable argument against you based on things you've done,
he didn't even he wasn't and he wasn't really.
No, it's still basically a counter argument. But your response is to bring up his personal relationship with his girlfriend. That's pretty shitty.
Man, let me.
Trifling. That's what that is. It's trifling.
Yeah. What is happening? You need to watch the video. Dang it, so much stuff has happened since this point that I can't even find it anymore. All right. I think I found it. Maybe. Nope. Still not there. It's too far down. The thing is if I look up Deme, all that shows up, it's a bunch of porn now. I can't find anything.
She fucked up her own algorithm.
Yeah, she did. So I can't even find what I want to find anymore. Let me do. Yeah, like he didn't. That's the thing, is he didn't keep going on about it, and so it was other people that started replying for him after all that happened. I'll have to find a video about it now. Here we go. Oh, wait. Okay. So she said, "Wait, OMG, aren't you the guy whose fiance literally cheated on him, and then you and your whole friend group sided with her?" Is what she replied after he sent that screenshot of her reposting something.
And it has nothing to do with the argument of
Yeah, yeah,
like you're literally just using a personal attack to invalidate his argument. That's
yeah.
terrible.
And then let me find his reply. And then he replies with, oh, they don't show his reply. There we go. Let me see. Can I even find it? I don't know if his reply was deleted because of X's policy or something. Just received wonderful news. I'll have to see what his reply is real quick. If I can't find all this stuff because it's been deleted, then we just might move on. Because, like I said, it's been like 2 weeks because we haven't been doing the podcast for a while. So
Someone on YouTube's talked about it. In fact,
well, no, I watched a video on it, but I just don't want to go through that video and try and listen to it while we're on stream and figure out everything. Like, because it's just going to be going back and forth between all that. So one more look, and then I'm. Nope, I can't find it anymore, so I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna stop looking. But basically, he just talked about her. What she said. She put it out on Twitter, so it's like not even him that did it. He just reposted a screenshot of her saying, my boyfriend / ex-boyfriend stabbed me, and I've had years of abuse that I've had to deal with and stuff like that. And then she replied with like, "How dare you bring this up? I brought up something that you publicly talked about and you said didn't mind having people talk about." And she said, "But I do. I mind it when people talk about it." And so she got really upset. And of course, all her simps and everything came out defending her and saying, "How could he do this?" and stuff, when she was the one that started it all.
you did make it personal.
Yeah, so then it started a whole thing of, a bunch of other people picking up the story, and then finally Demi apologizing, quotation mark, apologizing, saying, "I'm sorry for the rude comment I said. I didn't know you almost killed yourself because of it." That was part of his 3-minute video he had made on it, was that he had led him down a path of almost suicide. So he's like, everybody replied to her was like, "How did you not know that?" type thing. If you knew about him at all. And then the second part of it was, "Wait, so you're apologizing because he thought about killing himself, or are you apologizing because what you said was wrong?" And she basically doubled down and said, "Oh, I don't think I said anything wrong. I just don't want him to, no one should get to the point of trying to kill themselves." So she apologized, but didn't, and then basically reopened the can of worms, and now people are mad at her. Some people were trying to cancel her off of panels and stuff, which I don't care for. Like, she's a VTuber. She's not a.
That's a personal argument. You shouldn't let that.
Yeah.
With all that stuff.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, and he stopped replying after the third one. He made a video on it saying he doesn't care, but why would you bring this up in conversation if you don't want your stuff brought up? And so then a bunch of people covered it, and technically there's still stuff going on with it, but I think like Chibi, he's stopped replying, he stopped addressing it, and then Deme, I think, is just trying to get past it at this point.
I did a simple YouTube search to see if I could just get some cursory information based off of like the video thumbnails, and I saw one. This is it's probably long enough to be a light novel title. It's pure clickbait.
Yeah.
Disgraced anime YouTuber Chibi reviews in his racist Gooner army. Like, the fuck?
No, I mean, like, Rev Says Desu has a video on it that
Yeah.
literally has the tweets in the
Rev will
background
cover
as he talks.
everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he usually covers all VTuber drama, but then he, it's funny because his wife, Strawberry, always gets in the middle of it. He's like, "What are you doing here?" I always think it's funny when he finds her name among some things, and he's like, "Okay, now I have to." Like, he usually agrees with what what she says, but at the same time, he's always like kind of surprised to just see her name pop up when he's just covering YouTube drama or something. But all right. Well, anything else on that or any other VTuber
I have
news?
nothing. You literally taught me all I know about it, so I'm
Yeah.
good on that one.
I don't even know that much about it.
I feel
Yeah.
like there was something I wanted to mention revolving VTubers in general.
Oh, I didn't know y'all know what League of Legends is, right? At least a little bit.
Yes, I know of the League of Legends.
Yeah, you know the character Lux?
No.
Okay, well, it's like one of the most famous characters in the game for its outfit designs and stuff like that. Yeah, one of the canceled VTubers created it. And one that was the like the designer and everything for Lux, and she's canceled. It's stuff, but she's like she doesn't care. She's still doing stuff and making videos, but she had to change her name and everything because she was so close to Lily Pichu that she didn't want her to get the backlash from it. But that's hilarious. That I found that out. I was like, wait a second, this looks familiar. Why do you look familiar? And then I found out, like, oh, it's because she literally was on the original design team for League of Legends, created Lux and another character, and was also a player and made a like really she made like a viral video showing how to do lanes and stuff in it. So she's like, I always thought it's weird that I'll just go ahead. Leaflet is what her name is now. But I always thought, I was like, where did you come from? Because like only 3 or 4 years ago did she start. And then now she's like a decently sized VTuber, which doesn't happen that often. And then I realized, yeah, she was one of the devs for League of Legends when it first came out. And she somehow got in the cancellation space. And so she made a whole new YouTube and streaming site and everything under that name.
Probably a tweet she made like 8 years before she.
No, it wasn't a tweet. She's told everybody she doesn't want her previous friends, and she's like, and we're still friends to this day, to be involved, and that includes, you know, one of the biggest streamers, Lily Pichu. Yeah, that includes her. Like they had a whole YouTube channel together where they did like things with League of Legends and music and other things. They have a whole channel. I forget what it was called. What is it? League of Legends Lux, because it'll be under the name of who made her. Let me see. Of course, I can't just look at the wiki. They would like that would tell me anything. Shirelia. Shirelia is her the name she was before that, but she has a channel with Lily Pichu known as Sure Lily. And it used to be a media project that was huge back in the day, but now it's not.
I mean, Lily Pichu, whatever fucking name is. She's a
Yeah,
household name, right?
kind of. Like if you're on Twitch or if you're on,
I don't know her. I've heard
if you're
of
a
her.
weeb, yeah. Well, I mean,
know one of my old roommates really big fan.
Obsessed with her, yeah.
She's like Code Miko. You've at least heard of her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like you've heard of Pico, or what's her name? Main something, Pokimane.
Pokimane.
Yeah, you've heard of Pokimane. Well, yeah.
Infamy.
Well, that's one of Lily Pichu's best friends now. Like, so it's, and they kind of lived in the same house for a long time.
What about
and Disguised Toast? That's another one that it's one of their best friends. So, and they're all. The funny thing is they're all Asian. So, I always think that's funny. Like they're all like
together strong.
Yeah, yeah, like everyone in that group. But yeah.
Well, I did have some VTuber news. I thought I at least maybe sent this to you, but I might not have. Apparently, Tokuyami Toa with the Hololive, she got hospitalized after collapsing. She overworked herself, and
Imagine
the
that.
diagnosis was called Meniere's disease, which is just it's a diagnosis for somebody who is exhausted to the point of collapsing. Same thing happened to the that new gen girl. I can't remember her name right now.
Nico.
Yeah, Nico. Yeah, she had the same thing happen. She got exhausted and collapsed.
Yeah. Just I just think that's funny. Japanese people can't handle the workload.
I mean,
imagine that. Tales all this time.
Her Callie's managers got worried about her quite a few times over the years.
Yeah, Callie's built different. I don't know how she does it. Like I say that, and then my mom exists, who literally goes in at 2 a.m. and sometimes leaves work after I do. So I'm not gonna. I don't know how. Like I just refuse to work that much. I will not. My mom gets about 70, 80 hours a week, and I don't know how she does it.
I'm the kind of person I'll work as much as I need to, but I don't have any like.
Well, if you were getting paid for it, yeah, but she's salary.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, yeah, she has a flexible schedule and she can make her own schedule and she can leave when she wants, but then she doesn't. That's my.
She's getting paid way more than everybody else. I can see it.
I know how much she's getting paid, and it's not. No, it's not worth it. Yeah, like it's worth it for her, but like, and she's only going to be in the job for probably another 5 or 6 years. But still, it's just way too much. I don't know how she does it. Like, I don't know how you want to work that much. I don't know. It's well, the only other thing I can think of is there's lots of things being released by Justice and Hololive lately. Gigi having a new song that was decent. She's really gone the Gap Moe path of everything she does is like really unserious, and then every song she makes is like the most heart-wrenching reason and story that you can put out there. But yeah. So we'll move on to the third one. I don't even remember why I had this on here now that I think about it. But it kind of goes in what?
It's already like not an 8:45 your time, so we can move past this if you want.
I'm all right. But what is a cultural difference versus a difference of self? I think where I was going with this is that like people say it's a oh it's my culture or whatever. Yeah, I was starting with the World Cup, how it came and stuff, and like I was watching all the the stabbing that was going on in the UK and everything. And it's like, when does something become a cultural difference and or just a difference of like I just hate you people type thing, and it's just like you're different from me or myself or my it's not a cultural thing to stab somebody, or it's not a cultural thing
Well,
to
here's the thing: is some people are just crazy and they like to make excuses.
yeah. Well, I mean,
That's
like,
it.
yeah, like I've seen. Have you seen the recent videos of like people like African Americans trying to go live in Africa, and then they realize how they're not treated well.
Well, I actually saw a video talking in the video after I saw it kind of like went like I saw a bunch of people reviewing it where this guy who lives like he's not a native born African. He is black, but he moved to Africa and he said he basically just gave guidelines. It's like if you don't follow these or can't follow these, you're not going to enjoy living in Africa. And he listed a bunch of things, one of which was that
You get
it
scammed.
locals won't see you as an ally. They just see you as
Yeah,
an opportunity. They assume automatically that they can, like, no matter how much they take from you, that you're going to be well off. When
yeah,
people have moved into the area try and build stuff, they get scammed by their builders. They'll like literally have trucks show up and take all the building supplies and go sell them for money, and then tell the guy, "Hey, you need more order more supplies.
yeah.
They're out of it." Like
There was a lady that moved there and was trying to build a home, so that she hired
you
somebody.
watch the same video.
Yeah, and then the person, her, all the equipment she gave them to work with got stolen and taken to the city and
Sold.
sold. Like,
And people in the comments, I've read the comments in there, mentioned that it doesn't matter if you're even a foreigner. If you're doing way better than everybody else around you, they'll just take from you because they think you can afford it. It's quite literally crabs in a bucket.
yeah, yeah. I don't. I think that's also kind of where I was going with that. Is that that like people just need to get over this whatever mentality is and just like I was saying before about like like me and my wife work at a grocery store. We bought our house. Sure, we had I want to say because of after COVID and like I didn't have any student loans. I didn't have any debt or anything like that. She didn't either. So, yeah, we started off with no debt. But then we, make we work at a grocery store and are able to buy a house, maintain it, and like I
Play
don't
video
I
games.
yeah, like I bought a $2,500 computer to stream and play video games. My wife right now, I mean at the moment it's probably like $1,000 computer, but still she has my old one that was, more expensive back in the day, but now it's, only worth probably about $1,000. Still, that's like we have internet, we have, pretty good internet and everything. I don't see how people can't do this. Like,
Look,
and I didn't even start out at the salary that I have now. I started out like way less than what I get paid now. And that's when we bought the house, not not when I was already, a little higher up in the company I work for. So,
look. All I know is America, by anybody's standard, is probably not a perfect country. We're not perfect because that
no,
actually can't exist. But we are like one of the best countries to live in, if not the best country to live in. People literally fight tooth and nail and potentially die to come here for another a chance. And they might even get
yeah.
sent away, but they still take that chance. Like, there's no way you can't make it here if you at least apply yourself a little bit. It's
Yeah. Oh, but that's what I'm saying. It's not a, like, there's no big, huge difference. I can't say that. There's big differences in culture. I'm just saying, like, at what point does culture take over? Or at what point does it not culture? And at what point is it just you? That's the problem. Like, I don't understand the
people and their drama.
like African American culture. It doesn't, like, one, you don't even know what your culture is because, like, you go over to Africa and, like, it's so different. There's nothing, like, the people don't have anything here, and government doesn't give you stuff. Yeah, that's how it is outside the United States.
That same video that both me and you watched also didn't say that some places are a lot better to live in Africa than others. So
Yeah.
if you think any place in Africa is better, then you're definitely wrong. Some places actually are nice, but some of
Oh,
them will straight up just make it impossible to move there or live there.
well, it's like going to Japan. Like, you can't just move there and,
No.
be part of the culture. You have to go through loops, so many hoops, so much stuff just to even buy a house there. Like, you can't buy a house if you aren't a citizen. And then you get here and it's like, oh, we don't care what you are, oh, you're Chinese government here, have this whole farm.
You got money,
But
right?
you got money, you can pay for it at least, So that's I just don't, I don't get the culture the culture argument when people say, oh, it's my culture to do things.
No,
It's
look,
like, no, it's it's where you come from's food or whatever, but not your, like.
and that's probably not even 100% accurate. But look, just like the people have the complaints about people who move here and don't do that, we have kind of a defined culture as America, which is mostly based on our laws and beliefs as citizens, as well as the Bill of Rights and all that.
Well, I get,
Like,
so what I'm
like
saying.
nobody's culture supersedes the law of the land in that sense.
Correct,
Like,
correct. But you can also come to America, completely live out any culture you have, as long as you don't mess with anyone else.
yeah,
You could
that's the
literally,
big.
you could build a village here that has no internet and everything. It's called the Amish. They do it. Again, just as long as you've paid everything off, no one will ever bother you. You don't have to do anything.
That's really the big ask. Is just yeah, it's the land of freedom, but your freedom can't interfere with somebody else's. You're not allowed to just punch and assault people. Like, as long as you're not interfering with somebody else, you're fine to do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. And it's just, that's the stuff I don't understand is well, you have to accept me. No, I don't think that's
I
true.
think that's also you're also hitting on the whole affirming somebody for who and what they are. It's like I don't have to do that because that's a violation of my
Yeah,
rights. Like you can go be happy in your house and just leave me out of it. Is my stance on that.
yeah. The one area we find that you're libertarian, Pat. All right.
Just don't expect me to kowtow to you. Number one, just leave me alone. That's my libertarian stance.
Well, that's what libertarianism was
Yeah,
supposed to be.
that's one of my core things. Is I just want to be left alone and don't expect me to believe what you believe. Look, get out of here
Yeah.
with that shit.
Kind of like that on that one. I just want to be left alone.
We got two libertarians here. Somebody get them.
Clutch the pearls.
Oh, no.
All right. Or I guess what libertarians were used to be. Nowadays they're like, oh no, you can leave me alone until I need to tell you, what my pronouns are. But all right.
Hey, Cobalt, I'm looking at the forecast. Tomorrow might be a nice day tomorrow. It might be a nice day tomorrow. 90 degrees with only 9% humidity.
All right.
All the way to Jackson tomorrow.
I mean, there's gonna be a little bit of clouds tomorrow, but yes, not even with 9% humidity, it's actually not that bad. It's gonna be a good day tomorrow.
All right, hot take, which I don't think is much of a hot take for people
No
here.
pushback this week, huh?
But then the second part is where I might get some get some pushback, but that's because I
I'm have to let Cobalt take this because he's been
yeah,
quiet the whole podcast.
but bring back explaining your views and me not having to ask you for them in a conversation.
I
And
just imagine people like with the "Hi, my name is" tag, but instead it's just like a full essay on their beliefs tagged to their chest.
oh no. So like what I mean is like I hate these conversation I loved the videos with like Steven Crowder and other people going out like Charlie Kirk and everything that would go out and just hang a sign or say we're topics about this, let's talk about it. I love the original ones because people would usually tell them what they believed at the beginning and like how they believed it. But nowadays it's just like screaming and just like, I can't believe you'd say that. And like, they have no argument. They have no like get back. Like, what happened to people knowing what they believe anymore?
Well, the people who would explain what they believe are probably scared off by the people screaming at them. But like, if I try to have a conversation with them, this person and their allies are going to come after me. So that's
Yeah.
probably part
Like,
of it. At
well, I
least
mean,
that's
even in
my opinion.
politics, you can't even get like, there's no, you have like a debate or something with the two people fighting for like state representative or other things, like they can't even explain what they believe in or even what they want to do. Like, what's wrong with this? People nowadays.
I think about what 15 years ago. You watched Red versus Blue before, right?
I've seen like a couple episodes.
Actually, I used to have the DVD for the first 3 seasons of it, and
Yeah.
it had like these deleted scenes slash skits where they like they did parody stuff. One
Mm-hmm.
was real life versus anime, and this was true back then, but now it's bled into real life versus internet. This is bled into real life now, where the it was like discussing politics, real life. Hey, I'm so and so, and I believe this. Well, I don't agree with you, but I respect your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Online, I think you should go to hell and burn. Yeah, well, I hope
Yeah.
you get raped twice, and maybe then you'll feel difference. Like,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
and that has bled into real life now. People are like that in the streets.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't understand, but I guess.
Chronically online doom scrollers who can't differentiate anymore.
No, it's not just that. Like the concept of abortion or other things like that. Like I get it. Just explain why you like it or why you want it. And every time they're like, it's my body, my choice, and that's all they say. Type thing. Whether if it's a girl, if it's a guy, it's like it's her body, it's her choice. Well, it's like, okay, if that's your whole view, nothing else, like there's nothing else to it. And if their answer to that point is no, I'm like, oh God, like these people vote. But then if that's if they actually talk about it, based like I don't know, they just never have an actual viewpoint or any belief in anything. And I'm not saying religiously, I'm just saying like anything at all. Like they don't believe, like they can't even explain if they're an atheist why they believe there is no God. They don't know. They just it's like, well, at least learn what you believe. I don't know. Like I feel like that's a core thing that we've lost in society nowadays. But that's where the second part comes up. Unless you had something to say, Cobalt.
Not really. Like these days, there's not much to say. Conversations like that, as far as I can tell. Like,
Yeah.
so either you wind up agreeing with them and they just say whatever the fuck they're gonna say,
Well,
or they just literally stop talking as soon as,
You,
I
or
guess
they get really mad. Like,
Yeah.
there are very few real conversations happen.
I actually I got something mildly related to this, but it's just something that I do. Anytime I see like on YouTube, I see some kind of like several channels like make news announcements about current like things, and one of the recent ones I saw was about a judge in like Massachusetts like shooting down Trump's executive order and I like to stroll the comments, see what people say about it, and that one was actually heavy leaning on the judges can't make law side of it, and I saw one of those, and I was like, I had to reply. I'm like, I mean, you're right. Judges can't make laws, but they're meant to interpret them, and technically, the president can't make laws either. He can give executive orders, but that's not law. And judges are there to interpret laws, and if they conflict with other laws or our constitutional rights, like a lot of the gun laws getting overturned, then and like I just try to put facts on people, and no, I didn't get a single pushback on the last 3 or 4 times I've done this. People were like, I mean, he's right. I'm like,
yeah.
I try to be as neutral as possible in the situation, and just give them the facts because it's true. Judges and the president can't make laws. They're just there to do. They have their own specific jobs they do.
Correct. But
Now,
at the
whether somebody's
same time,
biased or not,
well, I think that everyone that works in government must absolutely follow what the president says.
no, that's why we have the three branches. Just
And
because,
then if
just
they
if it doesn't
don't,
happen,
then I believe that they should be either they need to they need to overthrow the president and get him impeached, or they need to
well,
leave the
uh,
government.
I'm saying is
I
that's
mean,
why we
only
have the
the
three branches.
executive branch is technically supposed to follow his orders to the T.
Yeah,
Uh,
like
I kind of agree, but also disagree with that. It's like he's the only one that's voted by the full populace of the United States. I get it. It's also by electoral college, so it's not like completely like just popular vote, but it's a massive part of it. And so
yeah,
I think that if a state wants to not follow one of his orders or something, they need to come up with an appeal that has, the reason why they're not.
the problem with your like the reason why our
So,
current system works so calmly is because if you gave the president that kind of power, then he can do too much stuff with very
I
little thing
agree.
checking him. The
I
House and the
agree.
Senate exist to give the states more voice in the way the country's run, and the judicial branches to make
You're
sure like things
preaching
are
to
paid
the
attention.
choir, Pat.
Yeah,
Like,
but
well, then
that's the
why
thing is what you're
preach?
saying. If you believe that what you're saying can't exist,
No, I'm saying an executive order. If we're saying that this is something the president writes into, you know, something each state should follow, I'm saying if they disagree, they need to bring it up.
well,
Like not just say we're not doing it. That's not how it should work.
yeah, but if like
well,
say the
that's the
president, go ahead.
thing, is the state cannot be told what to do by the federal government outside of the powers that the federal government already has.
Correct.
So
And I believe
if the
that
federal
most
government tells you to do something, the way you say, I don't want to do that, is saying, I'm not going to do that. So,
well,
Yeah.
but I'm saying
now,
if it's in
it is
this,
something that the federal government actually has the power to enforce, then
yeah,
you
that's what
kinda
I'm
ask,
saying.
well, Like, you can say, I'm not going to assist you in doing that, but you can do it yourself, and I can't really stop you.
Yeah, and I'm saying that they're going beyond the point of that. Most of the time that I see what the executive order is, if someone says no, it was like, well, this is just a clear order that the federal government can actually do. Now, there are some that I can agree with. Like, I don't think that Trump can make the state police do anything because that's the state police. But he can say you cannot interfere with ICE, and then they do. I think
State
that's a
police haven't interfered with
problem.
ICE.
What?
State police haven't interfered with ICE. They just don't. They don't work with them.
No, they don't work with
Yeah.
them, but they also say they can't go in a certain area sometimes. So I've seen that in the what was it? It's what state is it? Montana or something?
If it's a state-run building, then yeah, because that's outside of the federal jurisdiction.
No, it's not. Like they block a street and say we ICE can't get them this way. You know, they can't do that. And state police can't even do that for the city. It has to be the city that tells people not to.
I
But
mean, I've even seen situations not involving ICE, but where I think this was actually involved with medical marijuana, where because it's technically marijuana is still illegal on the federal
yeah,
level, and they tried to make arrests in like some states, and the actual federal agents got arrested for violating state law by arresting somebody for marijuana possession or selling.
yeah. I mean, I agree with all that, but usually that's not an executive order. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about
But that's the
specifically.
thing is, executive law orders aren't law either. They're just in order. Like they can be overturned way easier than an actual codified law. And even state laws are way
Yeah, I
stronger than
agree.
executive orders.
I'm not disagreeing with any of that. I'm just saying that as long as the order's there, I believe it should be followed. I mean, if they want the order gone, then appeal it.
That's why state rights. The states don't have to do something all willy nilly like that. If they can tell you to go shove it.
But you're
That's
saying
why
if it's if it's in the federal powers, and I believe most of the executive orders that Trump has made has been in the federal powers. Now I can say that there's a few I disagree with, and then those I would say, yeah, I don't agree with the state on I mean with the federal government on that or the federal side. But like you give me a couple executive orders that Trump has made, and I'll be like, I don't think that's a state issue at that point. You know, like I don't think the border at all is a state issue because it goes across multiple states. So any executive order he made for the border is automatically everybody should be on board. No ands, ifs, or buts. Now, whether they help them or not, I don't care. But they should let them through whenever they try to go and, block a part of the border or something.
I did see there was like a part of Texas where both Republicans and Democrats came in agreement that they didn't want a fence built there because the the border cuts across basically like a region that's almost impossible to cross on foot as it is. So building a fence there would just,
yeah, if it doesn't make sense, but like I think Trump would agree at that point. He'd be like, yeah, there doesn't need to be a border there. But that's not saying no to an executive order. That's like just having common sense.
But,
yeah.
This reminds me of something I want to bring up earlier, but we'll wait on that. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing is executive orders are they can get the gears turning on something, but they can very easily be pushed back against.
I'm not saying don't push back if something's not a good executive order. I'm just saying that if it's an executive order, as long as it's holding and it's not something in contention with the states, it should be 100% on board for everybody.
If a president can come out and say, well, like, nobody has a right to call me stinky or complain about me, then that's a violation of the First Amendment. I'd be like, hey, look, bro, like nobody's gonna follow.
No, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Like,
fuck no.
I don't want to be called stinky either.
You big meanie.
Big meaning, but
Arrest him. He called me a meanie.
No, I think it'd be funny if he could, like, if Trump came out and be like, "No one can call me Hitler anymore." Like, that would be hilarious. Like,
If I
that's
was Hitler, I would be the greatest Hitler, but I'm not.
but I'm not. Yeah, like, I would think that's hilarious. But the second part of this, if we're, or did you have that something else, Pat?
Well, something else is I meant to bring it up way earlier when we were talking about like people get in trouble with the law. The um the protesters in I can't remember which part of Texas where they just got sentenced to multiple of the people involved got sentenced to like 50 plus or a year of multiple sentences that are ordered to be served consecutively and not like overlapping. That made some waves a couple days ago. People are crying. They were just protesters. This is a First Amendment violation. They were also throwing like firework mortars
Yeah,
at the detention facility. I think it was an ICE facility. And when cops came out to go, do their things, like ICE agents and local police, somebody opened fire and killed one of the officers, and that's why they all got arrested in the first place because like somebody who was there with them shot somebody. Well,
uh,
somebody in
I
legal view, I
mean,
should say.
call me whatever you want. If somebody opened fires at like any police or ICE or anything, I think it's okay to open fire back.
I mean, they normally do.
Yeah, but not in like. I'm just saying. I'd be like, I don't. Who shot?
I didn't know.
I don't know which one. Just shoot them all. That'd be my thing. But like, well then maybe
What I
we
heard
should stop
also,
being violent at protests.
from what I heard, also it wasn't that obvious who the shooter was because apparently he was actually camped out nearby. Like he wasn't out in the open when he opened fire. He's opened fire with a
No,
rifle.
well then they probably knew it was a rifle and not one of the protesters on the ground, so they probably were like,
But
"Okay, don't fire back at these people."
apparently that same group of protesters also had like a bunch of weapons and stuff.
Oof.
Like
Well then, yeah.
like they weren't not necessarily on them, but they had them in their vehicles and stuff. Like I guess they were
Oh,
using
well,
it
that's
as
just
defense.
Texas. That's
Yeah,
just
that's just
Texas.
Texas. Yeah, like
But
there's been plenty of protests where people just have rifles for safety. Like, it's fair as long as you
yeah,
don't point it at nobody, you're
yeah,
fine.
like, but yeah, I don't. I'm almost like it's a protest until like physical damage has been done to building or person. So after that, it's not a protest anymore to me. Like if you like, I can get the like standing in people's way type thing, but I can't get the making a physical or any type of uh violent action that does not make that is not protected under law. Is all I can say on that one.
Yeah, as soon as things turn where you're physically affecting people, you've officially lost the plot. You're out of
Yeah.
here. Get out, get out, just get.
Like I honestly think that environmentalists should be arrested if they are sitting in a highway. Like they should be immediately be
What if
taken off the highway.
what if
There
they
should be
cemented their
no
feet to the road?
what?
Did you hear about when PETA was protesting Pepsi? Like a bunch of people cemented their feet to the road to protest Pepsi buying sugar cane from India because apparently India mistreats the bulls they use to harvest the sugar cane.
Just
And
break the
so,
concrete and get them out of
well,
there.
they had to get like tools and jackhammers and break their feet loose. But the thing
Yeah,
is, you're going to get possibly chemical burns and your joints and blood vessels are going to constrict from the cement
that's
trying to
not
heat.
our
So
problem.
they all got hospitalized. They were taken away on stretchers, every last one of them.
Yeah, that's not the government's problem. They should also
No,
give them the bill for it.
the government, they probably did bill them, but yeah, the government
No, it should
had
not
to
be
go.
covered under
They
insurance.
they had to go save them. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like they after they get to the hospital, they should be like, "Oh, this happened. It's but I have insurance." So it's like, nope, this one's not a covered. Sorry, you cannot use insurance for this. But, yeah, I don't get that. All right, the second part to this take is why is it hard for some people to understand that you can believe in something but also disagree with it as a human? This more came up with the thing of like my own beliefs. Like I can believe completely in the Bible, but that doesn't mean I have to like everything in it. Like, do I
Sex,
like?
drug, and rock and roll is pretty nice. All right,
Yeah,
the Bible says you shouldn't do that.
but like, yeah, That's what I mean. Is like, the Bible says I shouldn't drink until I get drunk, but do I like that verse? Well, I don't know yet. I haven't gotten drunk yet, but like, do all Christians like that? Apparently not. They still do it.
I've been drunk one. I mean, first of all, he has to give you one freebie because you don't know your limits until you hit them. Okay, you don't
That's
know how
not
much
true.
taste to get you drunk. Hey,
That is not true.
my one and only time
You
getting
do
drunk,
not. You
I
do
would
not.
drink more.
Well, I know, but I'm saying you do not get to say what God says about whether
I'm
you
just saying,
can or can't have a
a man doesn't know what
trial.
it takes to get him drunk until he gets drunk. You gotta have
Yes
one
and
freebie.
no. Yeah, yes and no. Like you can definitely just have one drink and that be your limit your whole life. So,
Well, I mean, you said that like you shouldn't drink till you're drunk. Well, a man won't know what it takes to get drunk until he gets drunk for the first time. Is what I'm saying.
and I'm saying that you don't need to know. You can just have one drink and be
Once you
done
get
every
buzzed, you
time.
stop.
Yeah. Like you can just do that and
Well, what's
not.
the fun of that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the.
I don't even like getting drunk, to be honest. I did it one time and I'll
Yeah.
never do it again.
I mean, like I don't have to like that. Like I believe that all homosexuality is a sin, and people aren't born that way and stuff. But that's just what it's what I believe. I don't have to like it. Like I don't. I don't have to like that that I believe like everyone who's not a Christian nowadays is going to hell. I don't have to agree with it, but it's like it's not my choice. That's the whole point of having a like religion and book. It's not because I like it, it's because it's something I believe is real.
It's what's funny is like I think I might have said this to you before, but my coworker of the homosexual persuasion said that he wasn't born gay, and I was like, dude, you can't say that. Started laughing.
Yeah. Again, I feel like people are like, what? If you don't like something, just don't believe it. And I was like, that's not how that works. Like, is your whole belief system just whatever you like and dislike?
They're not
Is
familiar
that
with religion,
it?
are they? Jesus.
It's like,
Like that's religion. Like you have a belief structure based off of the religion, and like even if you don't like all the beliefs, that's your religion. Like that's the whole point.
yeah, like, do I think it's good to, I don't know, like, do I think it was good that, God told, or God flooded the earth and like killed
Reset
everyone?
everything.
Yeah, except for
Reset.
one family. Like I don't know. Like I didn't know
Wrong,
the
because
world
it's.
back then.
I mean, Abel died. Did he have any kids before he died? So like we're even more diluted. God damn.
Yeah.
No, I mean, look, and part of me, like, I do believe in God and all that, but part of me believes that the whole reason, like, religion even makes it is because people need rules, or we are just get fucking unruly. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for things like the Bible and even Judaism, we just do whatever the fuck we wanted, and we wouldn't advance as a species because we wouldn't have a set of to act like civilized fucking people.
Well, that's what. Yeah, but that means that you believe in something that you might not always agree with.
I
How
mean,
do,
yeah,
like, I believe I should be able to just, go up and yeah, I believe we should just be able to bomb any country we want to. And
I
my
mean,
religion kind of says don't do that.
yeah, you're
But
supposed to
I
love thy
don't.
neighbor
So,
and try to convert them.
well, that's not true all the time. But it also says that if somebody rejects you, literally wipe the dust off of your sandals and never go back. It's
I
literally.
mean, that's turning the other cheek, okay?
Well, that's also a misconstrued thing, but yeah,
Uh,
I always thought that was weird. That like, do people really think that like me being a Christian is just me believing in something that I like and agree with completely, 100% of the time, always? Like,
we shall inherit the earth.
yeah, like it doesn't say that. It doesn't say to be misogynistic or anything in here. So, some people aren't going to like that. You
I mean,
I
I can't
don't.
just beat my wife because I'm having a bad day. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't. I don't. Oh well. Now we can get on to recommendations for the week.
Okay.
You got something already?
I'm trying to decide which thing I want to recommend. You know what?
Mm,
Cobalt, you want to go first? I think I know what I want to recommend though.
What's anyone recommended the Tainted Grail game yet?
What now?
no,
Tainted
I don't think so.
Grail, Fall of Avalon.
I don't
I
think
don't know
so.
what that is.
Uh, it's similar-ish to like Skyrim, but I don't know.
All right, you're gonna have to put in a mute chat or somewhere so I can write it down.
It's where can I? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I've had fun with it so far, but
Nice.
there aren't a lot of good RPGs there these days.
Did you put it in mute chat for me? Oh, you're
He's working
typing.
on
He's typing. I didn't see the typing yet.
a little patience goes a long way, Okami.
Well, he cut out when he said so I didn't know if he was putting it in there. Do, 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 do. All right, Pat, you got yours?
Yep. It's a game I started going through some of my unplayed games on Steam. I had like 200, so like I need to start trimming this down a bit. And I had if you ever played like either Hollow Cure or Vampire Survivors, this game I've been playing 20 Minutes to Dawn is actually pretty good. It's only $3 right now. It's more focused on like using guns than the other games were, and you just gotta survive for 20 minutes. You can increase difficulty. You get upgrades for your characters. It's not a bad little game if you like Vampire Survivor type roguelikes.
Mhm. All right. Well, I am going to recommend. Let me get it up again. It's
Like a
for some.
chameleon.
I forgot I went. Well, yeah, Mecha Chameleon was fun. But I know that one's not for everybody.
I mean, but you can still recommend it. I don't think everybody's gonna like 20 Minutes to Dawn, but that's the only thing I've I've played and watched in the last week that I can recommend. That hasn't already been recommended.
Yeah. Did I recommend this one yet? Let me see. I don't think I did. Did I recommend the healer anime?
The one about the mean girl, or
Yeah.
redo.
No. What? I haven't even seen that one. I'm not even gonna watch it. No,
I wouldn't blame you for not watching it.
the wrong way to use healing.
I'm scrolling through. No, I don't see
Yeah,
anything involving
that's
that in the search.
the wrong way to use healing magic. That is what I'm recommending. Hilarious, but also amazing anime / manga, I'm guessing, but I haven't read it, so I can't tell you that. I hope they get another season. But there we go. That's it. I think Aru's still streaming, so we'll raid him.
Just to let you know before we go, I've watched the Ice Guy anime about the 2 office workers.
Ice Guy and My Cool Colleague.
Mm-hmm.
Or something. Yeah.
I finished it completely. The
Nice.
English dub.
Oh, nice.
Right.
How'd you like it?
It was alright.
Yeah.
There's a big chunk of the middle section that got kind of boring, but it was pretty good overall.
You should watch the Invisible Man one if you haven't already.
From what I've seen, that one does look funnier.
Yeah, well, it's also more mature, way more mature.
Well, yeah,
so
that's kind of my problem with the Ice Guy was like they were acting like middle schoolers with crushes, like, and
yeah,
the wash rinse repeat of all the events got kind of still like some episodes were just the same thing happening. Something they get into something, she does something he likes, his eyes probably like just some episodes were just that like wash rinse repeat. And that was but overall the beginning was strong, the ending was strong. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. The Invisible Man, it can, like, the middle episodes can get kind of like that, but it has some interesting premises because the Invisible Guy's a detective, so he gets to go out and do things that
Gets involved in things.
Yeah, so it kind of gets. It's not just a lovey-dovey. Yeah, it's not just a lovey-dovey anime. The guy. Sometimes the whole episode is literally just him going to work. So
what's our conflict for this week? Well, she's late because of a meeting. It's like shit. It's gonna be a slow episode.
Like the one of them is like he gets involved with like a drug deal because he's undercover trying to. Yeah, but he has to have a special license to be fully invisible, which makes sense in an ideal world. But
all right, Iron Man.
Yeah. All right. Well, have fun with Aru. We will see y'all another time with one viewer that I'm guessing is either Pat or Cobalt, maybe even Aru himself. So we will. Yeah, we'll see y'all later. Oof. I got some double. I forgot I had a stream in a separate window up.